Mental health, like physical health, is a vital part of our overall well-being. But what exactly is it? In simple terms, mental health refers to our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is not a destination, but a process. It's about how you drive, not where you're going. Imagine trying to climb a mountain without the right gear. Every step is a struggle. Now, picture the same climb, but this time you have the right equipment, sturdy shoes, a helpful guide, and a clear path. Much easier, right? This is what understanding mental health can do for us. It equips us with the right tools to navigate the complex terrain of our minds. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we know nothing about. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. And just like physical health, it can fluctuate. We may have periods of good mental health and periods where we face more challenges. Now that we've explored what mental health is and its importance, it's time to bust some myths. Despite growing awareness, there are still many misconceptions about mental health that can cause misunderstanding and stigma. Let's dive into some of the most common ones and set the record straight. What are the most common misconceptions about mental health? Misconception number 1. Mental health problems don't affect me. The truth is, mental health issues are more common than you might think. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 4 people in the world will be affected by mental or neurological disorders at some point in their lives. Consider your circle of friends, family, or colleagues. Statistically, it's highly likely that someone you know has experienced a mental health issue. Misconception number 2. People with mental health problems are violent and unpredictable. In reality, the vast majority of people with mental health problems are no more likely to be violent than anyone else. You might remember a sensationalized news story about a violent act committed by someone with a mental health problem, but those are the exceptions, not the rule. Most people with mental health problems are, in fact, more likely to be victims of violence. Misconception number 3. Mental health problems are a sign of weakness. Mental health problems have nothing to do with being weak or lazy. We wouldn't say someone with a broken leg or diabetes is weak, would we? The same applies to mental health. Conditions like depression or anxiety are the result of a complex interplay of genetic, biological, personality, and environmental factors, not personal failures. Now that we have a better understanding, let's take a closer look at the role mental health plays in our day-to-day lives, and how it influences our thoughts, feelings, and actions. How does mental health affect our daily lives? Firstly, mental health influences how we think and feel about ourselves. When our mental health is in a good state, we tend to have a positive self-image and feel confident. Conversely, when we're experiencing mental health issues, we might struggle with low self-esteem or feelings of worthlessness. Secondly, mental health affects how we handle stress. A person with strong mental health might view a challenging situation as an opportunity to grow, while someone struggling with their mental health might find the same situation overwhelming. Thirdly, mental health can influence our physical health. Chronic stress, for example, can lead to physical symptoms like headaches and stomach problems. Having discussed the profound impact of mental health on our daily lives, it's important to recognize that our mental and physical health are not separate entities. What are the connections between mental health and physical health? First, mental health disorders can lead to physical health problems. For example, depression and stress are linked to physical symptoms like headaches, stomach problems, and even heart disease. On the flip side, physical health conditions can also impact mental health. A person living with a chronic illness, such as diabetes or arthritis, may be more likely to experience mental health issues like depression or anxiety. Finally, our lifestyle choices, such as diet and exercise, can impact both our mental and physical health. Regular exercise has been found to reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, and a balanced diet can improve mood and energy levels. It's also crucial to recognize that mental health issues can affect different people in different ways. One example of this is the higher prevalence of depression in females compared to males. Why is depression more common in females? Depression is a common mental health issue that affects people of all genders. However, research indicates that it is indeed more prevalent among females. Let's delve into the reasons why this might be. First, it's important to note that women may be more likely to seek help for depression, which could partially explain the higher reported rates. Second, hormonal factors can play a role. Women experience hormonal fluctuations throughout their life cycle, including during menstruation, pregnancy, and menopause, which can influence mood and mental health. Third, women often face unique stressors, such as the pressure to balance work and family responsibilities, which can increase vulnerability to depression. Lastly, women are more likely to experience certain types of trauma, like sexual assault, which can lead to post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and increase the risk of depression. Now, let's explore some effective strategies for improving mental health in the workplace, a setting where we spend a significant portion of our time. How can we improve mental health in the workplace? Workplaces play a crucial role in promoting mental health. First, fostering open communication about mental health can make a huge difference. Encouraging employees to discuss mental health issues without fear of judgment can reduce stigma and promote understanding. Second, providing flexibility can improve mental health. This can include flexible work hours, the option to work from home, or providing time off for mental health. Third, providing mental health resources can be beneficial. This can range from offering insurance that covers mental health treatment to providing access to counseling services or mental health workshops. Lastly, promoting work-life balance can greatly impact mental health. Encouraging employees to take breaks, use their vacation time, and avoid overworking can prevent burnout. Improving mental health in the workplace is not just good for employees, it's good for business. In this digital age, our online spaces, especially social media platforms, can greatly influence our mental health. Let's turn our attention to the impacts of social media on our mental health. What are the impacts of social media on mental health? On one hand, social media can provide social connection, support, and a platform for self-expression. For instance, there are numerous online communities and support groups where people can share experiences and advice. On the other hand, excessive use of social media can lead to negative outcomes, such as feelings of inadequacy, social isolation, and anxiety. Another issue is cyberbullying, which can have severe impacts on mental health. Finally, the fear of missing out, or FOMO, can lead to anxiety and feelings of exclusion. Having discussed the impacts of social media on mental health, it's clear that our lifestyle choices can greatly influence our mental well-being. This brings us to another essential aspect of our daily routine: diet and exercise. How does diet and exercise impact mental health? We often hear about the physical benefits of a balanced diet and regular exercise, but did you know they also significantly impact mental health? Firstly, a balanced diet fuels not just our bodies, but also our brains. Nutrient-rich foods can enhance brain function and mood. Secondly, regular exercise is a proven mood booster. It releases endorphins, often known as feel-good hormones, which can help reduce stress and anxiety. Moreover, combining regular exercise with a healthy diet can have a synergistic effect on mental health. This combination can improve sleep, boost self-esteem, and enhance cognitive function. It's important to address an overarching issue that often hinders mental health discussions and progress: stigma. Let's explore why this stigma exists and discuss some ways that we, as a society, can work to break it down. Why is there a stigma around mental health, and how can we break it? The stigma around mental health often stems from lack of understanding and misinformation. Many people have misconceptions about what mental health issues really are, associating them with weakness, instability, or even danger. Let's consider John, an office worker. He experienced anxiety but kept it hidden, fearing judgment from his colleagues, thus worsening his condition. So, how can we start to break this stigma? Education is a powerful tool. By learning about mental health, we can challenge stereotypes and change attitudes. Secondly, open conversation about mental health helps. When we talk openly about mental health, we normalize it and make it easier for people to seek help. Moreover, supporting those with mental health issues is essential. A supportive environment allows people to feel safe enough to discuss their issues and seek help. In conclusion, mental health stigma is a societal issue we can all play a part in breaking. While we work to combat stigma and create a more accepting society, it's also essential to understand the causes of mental health conditions. One of the frequently asked questions in this realm is about genetics. Are mental health conditions genetic? Science has shown us that mental health conditions are not caused by a single factor. Instead, they arise from a combination of genetic, environmental, and lifestyle influences. Research indicates some mental health conditions, like schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, have a genetic component. That is, they tend to run in families. But this doesn't mean if a relative has a condition, you will definitely get it. Genetics only affect the risk. It's also important to understand that mental health conditions are not solely caused by genetics. Many other factors, such as traumatic experiences, stress, and lifestyle choices, can trigger or exacerbate these conditions. When it comes to managing mental health conditions, therapy and medication often play crucial roles. But how exactly do they help, and when should one consider these options? What is the role of therapy and medication in managing mental health conditions? First, let's talk about therapy, also known as psychotherapy or counseling. This involves working with a trained professional to identify, understand, and manage issues affecting mental health. There are many types of therapy, each with different techniques. Some focus on changing thought patterns, some on improving relationships, and others on developing coping mechanisms. The best fit depends on the individual's specific needs. On the other hand, medication can be a valuable tool for managing mental health conditions. It can help reduce symptoms and make other treatments, like therapy, more effective. Medication comes in many forms, from antidepressants to mood stabilizers, each designed to address specific mental health conditions. Combining therapy and medication often results in the most effective treatment. This combination allows individuals to tackle their conditions from multiple angles, addressing both the symptoms and the root causes. We've looked into how therapy and medication can be vital tools in managing mental health conditions. However, the path to effective treatment isn't always straightforward. Diagnosing and treating mental health issues can present unique challenges. What are the challenges in diagnosing and treating mental health issues? One of the primary challenges in diagnosing mental health issues is the complexity of symptoms. Mental health conditions often overlap in their symptoms, making it hard to distinguish one from another. Take Maria's example. She was initially misdiagnosed with depression because of her low moods, but further assessments revealed she had bipolar disorder, which also includes episodes of mania. Another challenge is stigma. Many people fear judgment or discrimination, so they avoid seeking help or disclosing their symptoms fully. Treatment also has its challenges. Finding the right medication or therapy is often a process of trial and error. What works for one person may not work for another. Another challenge is access to care. Not everyone has the necessary resources, like insurance coverage or nearby mental health services. Finally, maintaining a treatment regimen can be difficult due to factors like side effects from medication or the emotional difficulty of therapy. Having explored the complexities of diagnosing and treating mental health issues, it's clear that support from loved ones can be a crucial part of an individual's mental health journey. How can we support friends and family members who are struggling with mental health issues? Supporting loved ones struggling with mental health issues can seem daunting. However, there are practical steps we can take. First and foremost, fostering an open, non-judgmental space is key. Encouraging dialogue about mental health helps reduce stigma and allows your loved one to share their experiences freely. Secondly, educate yourself about mental health. Understanding their condition can help you empathize better and provide more effective support. Remember that support can also be practical. Assisting with daily tasks, or accompanying them to therapy sessions or doctor's appointments, can be a significant help. Encouraging professional help is also crucial. While your support is vital, mental health professionals have the expertise needed to guide treatment and recovery. Finally, take care of your own mental health too. Supporting someone else can be emotionally demanding. Remember, it's okay to set boundaries and seek help for yourself. We've discussed how to support loved ones who are dealing with mental health issues, and it's crucial to apply some of that understanding to specific conditions. One such condition, depression, is unfortunately common, yet many people don't know how to manage it effectively. How to deal with depression? Depression can feel overwhelming, but there are strategies and resources available to help manage it. Treatment often involves a combination of medication and psychotherapy. Antidepressants can help manage symptoms, while therapy can provide strategies to cope with depression. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, adequate sleep, and avoiding alcohol can have a positive impact on mood and energy levels. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques, such as meditation and yoga, can help reduce symptoms of depression by lowering stress levels and improving mental focus. Building a support network is another critical step. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or support groups. You're not alone, and there are people who want to help. Remember, managing depression is a journey that takes time. Progress may be slow, and there might be setbacks, but every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. If you or someone you know is struggling, reach out to a mental health professional. From understanding how to deal with depression, we see that coping strategies and self-care play significant roles. But beyond addressing specific conditions, it's important to foster overall mental wellness. Mental health wellness tips. Maintaining mental health wellness is a crucial part of overall well-being. Here are some tips to help foster mental health wellness. 1. Practice mindfulness. Whether through meditation, yoga, or simply paying more attention to your surroundings, mindfulness can help reduce stress and increase feelings of well-being. 2. Stay active. Regular physical activity can boost your mood, reduce anxiety, improve sleep, and increase self-esteem. 3. Eat a balanced diet. What we eat can have a significant impact on our mood and energy levels. Prioritize fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. 4. Prioritize sleep. Sleep is vital for mental health. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and establish a regular sleep schedule. 5. Connect with others. Building and maintaining social connections can provide emotional support and reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation. 6. Limit alcohol and avoid illicit substances. These can negatively impact mental health and can cause or exacerbate mental health conditions. 7. Practice self-care. This can include a variety of activities that make you feel relaxed and happy, such as reading a book, taking a bath, listening to music, or gardening. 8. Seek help when needed. If you're feeling overwhelmed, reach out to a mental health professional. They can provide guidance and help you navigate difficult times. Remember, out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Mental Health Manual. Everything you need to know. We hope it's been informative and helpful. Keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, take care of your mental health because it matters.